Right, hello there everyone. I'm back at it again. I'm replacing a triple socket because, as you can see, it's all cracked and horrible and broken. So what I've got to replace it, because I think it's a spare, I've taken the front off and it's only one wire in there, so I think it's a spare. So I couldn't find any of them, so I've just got a fuse spare and a double socket, because she only uses two of the sockets. So I'm going to go into the consumer unit and turn off the downstairs sockets and test it. Right, I'm back. I've just realised it actually has its own circuit, a 16 amp. So I don't really need this, but I'm still going to put it on because I've got it. So shame to waste it. So I'm going to take that off and I'm just going to prove dead and make sure it's not still on. So I'll move the camera down here. I'm just going to undo the screws. Right, so I've got the back off. There's not a lot of space to play with. And I've also realised I can't actually use my fuse spur because I haven't got any extra cable to extend to the socket, which is a bit of a shame, but it doesn't matter because it's on its own 16 amp breaker. So I'm just going to prove dead with my little tester. So onto the negative, live to earth, live to neutral, neutral to earth. Yep, so that is completely dead and it's also isolated its own circuit. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect these cables. And that's very important not to touch the neutral and earth because it will trip the RCD and it's very annoying. Oh wow, they're stripped quite far back. It is quite annoying and then it trips the RCD and then everyone goes mad because my auntie is currently working upstairs. Yeah. Right. Just take the earth out. Be careful not to put the earth over there. Now, I'm going to go and find some tape so I can tape up the earth and the neutral just so they don't touch. Right, all I can find is masking tape, so that's going to have to do. It's just to cover them up while I'm working on the sockets so I don't touch each other and trip the RCD. Yeah. That's big enough. And then I'm just going to do the same for the neutral. Just so I don't short and trip the RCD and ruin everything. There we go. So they're not going to be touching anytime soon. And what I'm going to do is I've realised this is actually a single backplate. So this was once a single socket. It's been converted to a triple one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unscrew this like that because I'm going to have to replace it for a double. I'm replacing it for a double. And it's got these rather cool things. So if you have a single socket, they're quite old, so it's better to have a triple one, I suppose, but we couldn't find any in the shop. It was Wilko's. So I'm not going to be needing the fuse spare. Even if, well, I was going to use it, but I can't because I forgot to get some cable. So, as you can see, this dodgy, horrible, cracked mattress box is coming off. Just like that. So, just undo the screws and take that off. So that can go in the bin because we don't want that because it's all horrible and cracked and yeah, not good. So now, as you can see, we've got our single back box. So what we're going to do is we're going to get on our new sockets and its back box, and I'm going to just knock out this back bit here in the back box. So I've knocked out the back, as you can see, while stabbing it with my screwdriver. I'm just going to put it over like that. And then I think them wires will just about be long enough to fit into the socket. Yeah, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to screw that into the wall and I'll be back. Right, so I've got the back box secured. It was quite tricky, but I've got it on. It's not going anywhere. I've got my new socket here, so I'm just going to open that. It's not the best quality one, but it's all the Ed & Wilco's. So, comes with some screws, which is always useful. As you can see, it's, you know, not the best looking on the back, but it'll do. So what's quite nice about it is it's got 2 earths, which I guess is good, but I only need one of them. So got the neutral first, but I'm not going to put that in yet. I'm going to put the live in because it's the bare one. So put that out of the way, and we're just going to put the live into the terminal and tighten it down. Nice and tight. Like so. And we're going to want to get our earth and put that into the earth terminal. I must say these cables are very, very short, but they just about fit. It's going to be a miracle to get the neutral in. So this is quite tight behind here, but we'll get it in. And then the neutral, let's get this tape off. Obviously you're not going to want to put it on with the tape in, because that's just a bad idea. And then I've got to get the neutral, which is over here. So yeah, that's in the live. And the neutral goes into the neutral. Very fiddly indeed. Very hard to get in. So, lives into live, neutrals into neutral, and earths into the earth. So, as you can see, I've now got that on. Lovely jubbly. I'm then going to screw this on, so I'm just going to push it back and then screw it on. So it did come with some screws, which I've put over here. So get them out. And just put them into there and just screw that into the back box. Not the best back box, it's a bit of a cheap one. No metal inserts. So yeah, that noise was the air freshener, not my drill. So just going to screw this in as shown. I'll do the same one, I'll finish it off and do on the other. Right, and that is it. So I have put these little screw covers on just because they're quite nice. And I'm now going to switch the circuit back on and test it. And now it works fine. So yeah, that is how to replace a socket. Not really a how-to video, but yeah. Thank you for watching and goodbye.